Hi, I'm David Gantt, your Buncombe County Commission Chair. I'd like to talk to you about the September 18, 2012 meeting, and we had mainly one order of business, and that's to set the procedure for reevaluating property in Buncombe County. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about how that works and what it's going to mean to you. The General Assembly requires that each county reevaluate property at least every 8 years. We all know that property values have been going down. Property values have, for the first time since the Depression, not gone up each year. We last valued property on January 1, 2006. So it's kind of like we took a picture of the property on that date. We have been using that date ever since then. Now most people, their property was worth more on January 1, 2006 than it is now. The reason that we didn't continue a 4-year cycle, which we've been doing before, was that we felt it would probably hurt people to revalue their property in the 4 years. The feeling was that the lower income, the feeling was that the lower value properties probably went up some, but the huge, big million-dollar houses probably went down a lot. And frankly, I didn't think that was fair. So that's one reason that I've waited till the 7th year of the 8-year mandatory time to revalue property. So what that's going to mean to you is our tax collector, Gary Roberts, and his staff are going to go out and they're going to use rental values, they're going to use fair market values, they're going to use your neighborhood comparables, all these different ways to value property and come up with a number of what your home is worth as of January 1, 2013, next January. You can appeal that, you can say that's wrong, you can say that's not correct. And then the other part of it, once we get the fair market value of all the property in Buncombe County as of January 1, 2013, then we set the tax rate and set our budget. So your tax rate could go up or down based on 3 different factors. It could be the fair market value is higher. But even if the fair market value is higher, the second thing, we could lower the tax rate. We could increase the tax rate. That's going to have a big play on what happens. But ultimately, when we decide what the budget is, then we'll decide what the tax rate should be. So we'll have one piece of the puzzle. Doesn't mean you're going to pay more or less. The big question is going to be what the budget is and what the tax rate will be to get to that budget. So it's a complicated process. On September 18, we gave the tax appraiser and the tax collector our blessings to start the process, to set the procedures for you to appeal, to set the procedures for them to go forward and get the properties. And we're trying to be fair to people, and we want you to be taxed based on the property your value as of January 1, 2013. Some will go up, some will go down. After that, the fight will be about what the budget is and what the tax rate is. That's for another year, that's for another board, because after the election we'll have a minimum of 4. We could have as many as 7 new commissioners. But we'll have a majority of the board that is new, no matter what happens. So that's what we did September 18, 2012. I hope I've been able to give a little bit of illumination to how and what we did, because it's a complicated process. We will do our best to be fair with people. We'll let you know how you can appeal. I ask questions about whether people that had forest, do they know their rights to put it in conservation easements, and there are other programs that you can use to put your tax rate lower. We're going to do our best to make sure all that information gets out there. So thank you for listening. I enjoy being your Buncombe County Commission Chair, and thank you for the opportunity to explain what we did in our September 18, 2012 meeting.